A small college with a big problem.
Nobody deserves to come to school and feel like they're unsafe.
The Shade Room told you that somebody etched the N-word with a sharp object on a black student's chest at this rural college. But we've learned that not everything is what it seems.
Things like this shouldn't be happening here.
A shocking twist. Black student leaders coming forward saying that the victim hit something important that changed the course of this disturbing investigation.
Us as a community are affected by little things like this.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Black students make up less than 5% of the student body at Gettysburg College, which is about 2.5 hours west of Philadelphia. So when an assault happens, allegedly rooted in racism, everyone's ears perk up. But two different members of two black organizations on campus, they say not so fast. Many of the details in this story are simply not adding up. They say not only have they never seen this black student on campus, but they say he may have played a part in this whole thing.
After finding out about the incident, he should have been expelled. That's it, no question.
Students not happy, addressing President Bob Giuliano and administrators at Gettysburg College over the weekend.
We do have a very strong and tight-knit community.
But it certainly has been tested after an incident on September 6th that has since made national headlines.
A racial scandal we have been covering at the school. Officials say a racial slur was scratched onto another student's body.
An unidentified student accused of carving the N-word on a black student's chest at a small gathering between the swim team. According to his family, he was the only, quote, person of color there.
And then the next day, he went to a party and was displaying it to members who were there. Some people from the swim team and the captain saw it, and they were the ones that reported it to their coaches immediately.
The coaches suspended both students pending the outcome of an investigation. Then this, a bombshell response from the alleged victim's family that was published in the college newspaper, the Gettysburgian. It read in part, quote, that the reprehensible act was committed by a fellow student athlete, someone he considered his friend, someone whom he trusted. The student used a box cutter to etch the N-word across his chest. Our son did not choose to have a hateful racial slur scrawled across his chest, but he has chosen not to return the hate. He did not choose the color of his skin tone, but has chosen to embrace the strength and diversity it represents. Our son did not choose to be shunned and isolated at the behest of some who pay lip service to inclusion and diversity. But Justin Wittig, a sophomore and president of the Black Student Union, he has a problem with the whole sequence of events.
Our understanding in our meetings that he asked another student for him to do this to him.
He went to like a party. I don't know if it was small or big. Got it on his chest, went to show, I guess like show it off. And then the captains of the swim team reported it.
And that's where the divide lies. Questions as to why neither the family nor the college went to the police and chose to handle this internally without releasing the students' names.
So this should be treated as a hate crime, especially once he went to the extremes of then displaying it to other people. Nobody deserves to come to school and feel like they're unsafe. This is why a lot of people choose to come to institutions to get away from things like that.
What do you think the motive is?
Personally, I just think that neither students really knew the severity of the word and what they were actually doing. And once they realized what impacts it would have, they kind of tried to backtrack and say, oh, it was done to me.
Wittig says that he was only aware of one black person on the swim team who has since denied it was him. We tried looking at the swim team roster. Names and photos have been scrubbed on the website. And not that it makes any difference either. He says that the alleged victim, too, in question.
We don't know who the student is, but supposedly he is a mixed race, white passing person.
Which raises more questions about intent.
But if this student was complicit in this event, both people should be held accountable because this is still a violent act using a very vulgar term.
We asked college spokesperson Jamie Yates about this. She told us over the phone, quote, that the student who scratched the slur into the other student is no longer enrolled. The other student, we are actively working with him and his family on a productive path forward, end quote. They couldn't also either comment on the investigation, citing student privacy laws. She called it a complex and nuanced situation. Obapa Smith, she's president of the African Student Association. She says that learning at a primarily white institution already has its challenges, and this has certainly elevated it, especially since there are groups on campus who work extremely hard to build the Black experience there.
All the hard work that we put in is kind of like to bring new people and make sure that the people are here do feel welcomed enough to stay. Is like kind of going down the drain.
We don't want to see the Black community here die off at Gettysburg. This is not what we want from our school. So this is why we've been making sure that we're working with all different types of organizations, just not the cultural ones, and how we can bring the whole community together.
The family of the alleged victim, they say that they have filed complaints with the Pennsylvania Commission of Human Relations and the NAACP. They say that they have not filed charges with the police yet, although they do know that that is an option. In the meantime, President Giuliano, he says that there are many, many lessons to be learned about this as the investigation is closed. He says that though the college, their focus right now is on building action plans and policies and procedures to ensure that this doesn't happen again. For TSR Investigates, I'm Justin Carter. Hello roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.